Hey, how are you today? You're with Yvonne Stanton from Your Total Wellness, nutrition, fitness, mindset coach for women over 40. And hopefully that came on as quickly as I was speaking. I should have waited. In case it didn't come through, I'm Yvonne Stanton, and I am a nutrition and fitness and mindset coach with Your Total Wellness. And I'm excited to be here with you today. And this is a great topic because I got to tell you, I want you to stop listening to health coaches that tell you shouldn't be having carbs. Okay? Hey, Angela, so great to see you. It is not the case. And most of those coaches probably have not had cardio in their life, and hence why they don't do it and recommend it. Or there was an injury or something has happened. I have had cardio in my life. I'm a runner, as I said, and I am turning 56 years of age. And this comes from my own experience and understanding what the importance is to having cardio. This is a really hot topic right now because every coach that I can see on Instagram and Facebook keep saying to reduce your cardio and do high weights and blah, blah, blah. And let me tell you, I never used high weights. I used 5 pounds. I have lean, toned muscles, and cardio is super important. Who's here? Who wants to know more about cardio? So here's the thing I want to share with you guys today, okay? So over the years, being a dancer, a runner, I've been mostly about my running career. I've been on and off with running because runners would get injuries. I had a hip replacement. I had to stop running. Even in the last 3 months, I had to stop running because I broke my toe. So I had to go back into the weight training. And I'm not saying that weight training isn't important. It absolutely is as we're getting into our 40s. And this happened to me because last year work was really busy. And I was finding I didn't have the time. I blame the time, but I made a choice. I wouldn't even say that. I just made a choice that I had to do one thing, and I kind of didn't stick to all of my strength training work. And it showed up in my muscle loss. Okay. I can guarantee it did, because it is important in the retention of muscle and keeping our muscle, because it is a fact that as we get into our 40s, we are losing muscle and our estrogen. But here's the benefits why having cardio is good for you. Okay. I also just want to share a couple of other little things. So when we're talking about menopause, we're talking about belly fat, sugar addictions, estrogen. I think I said that, can't remember. Do you know how the best thing that you can do for all of that is cardio. What is good for your heart? Cardio. What helps when you have, if you've ever had any stress tests or any issues with, arteries, feeling that, worried about a heart attack, cardio is so important to get it moving, right? It is really important. It brings happiness. When I'm out running, it's like I get clarity. You get these happy endorphins that you don't get from anything else. You don't get the same endorphins if you don't do cardio. You don't get these same endorphins when you're doing weights. Even me working in my gym, on my low weights and resistance work, it's not the same. Cardio is important, and I always recommend it when I coach, always. But it's not that they're going to be out running, but it's important to move our body and not strolling. I'm talking about moving, getting that body flow. Even if it's walking, you've got to walk with urgency. You've got to walk with getting your heart up there so that you are getting into that cardio rhythm and not just fat burning, right? There's a difference with cardio. Okay, so cardio can be either you're at your peak and you're in an aerobic burning, or you can have a cardio, which is a fat burning. And these are really important parts of the cardio that no one talks about. Okay, so there should be a nice balance between the both, because if you're in anaerobic all the time, that's depleting you. That is absolutely where you can have more fat loss. But when you're doing cardio and could be a spin class or riding a bike, swimming is cardio. Gosh, right? That is such a great exercise. Cardio, huge. I had to get back into swimming because of my toe. And it was like really hard to breathe, right? So those kinds of cardio are so good for you. And I've sort of lost track of my thing because I forgot about even posting I was going live. Sorry, everybody. But it increases. So here, let's go. I'm going to go backtrack a little bit here and talk about hormones. When you have cardio, and why it's important is that it keeps your stress hormones levels low. The only feelings I had no, okay, so what cardio will do with hormones, you won't have the weight gain. It controls it. You may still have the hot flashes. I've had the hot flashes and the waking up at 2 in the morning, because that's the cortisol, right? That's just part of that stage. But that was it. So having that cardio helps the stress, which helps the hormones, which helps the cortisol levels for the belly fat. And obviously it's always based about diet, but it also increases the muscle mass, which means you'll feel firm and toned, as well as increasing your metabolism. Okay? So which helps to increase your bone density, which helps combat osteoporosis. So ask yourself, does this sound like a good thing to be doing? Because I can guarantee it is. It absolutely is. I totally believe in cardio, and it is a myth. And it starts to really get me a little bit angry of how many women that I'm health coaches that I'm seeing that are saying, don't be doing cardio. Get rid of the cardio. You shouldn't be doing cardio. You're going to lose your muscle tone, and you're going to lose your muscle mass. The benefit outweighs the muscle, because you got to do the other stuff to build the muscle. I hope that makes sense to you. And I'm really passionate on this. I'm 56 this year, and I can guarantee from my own experience and how I've coached my clients, it is absolutely works. And you know what else about the cardio? You're out walking and you're breathing in the energy and the air. It makes you feel good. Even bundled up in the cold, right? It's a good feeling. Or getting on a treadmill and walking. This stuff makes you feel good. And when we feel good, that is the whole reason. And you're letting go of any of that stress and that controlling in our body. We eat better when we've worked out, right? We make better choices when we have worked out. And maybe you haven't thought about it like that, but it is part of that process when we want to transform our bodies, right? It's about the choices we make. It's about the nutrition that we're eating, and it's about the movement that we are doing. And strength training. So let's go back to strength training and why it's so important to be doing. And why I believe that the low weight strength training versus these high, what is that stuff called? The high weight, the craziness. I can't think what it's called. First of all, I would be worried of injury. Okay. So, as we're in our 50s, I would never recommend that. But with low weights, you're really targeting the small muscles. So that's why I have defined arms. And this is why clients are starting to do all this and starting to see that as well. Okay. The other thing about the weight training is because it helps your metabolism. Don't we all want to be able to sit on the lounge and know that our body is working away and chewing up some calories? Because that's why we want to be building muscle tone to help with the weight and the strength. Because when we don't have any strength in our arms or our butt and our back, what happens if you fall? What happens, could you break a wrist? Could you break a hip? And we're talking about as we're getting older, but it can happen. And when we're not using muscles, they start to weaken. So it's really important to be getting into the strength work. And I love the program I have. I will pop it in below my strength training process, my course. It's what I do still. Okay. Nothing has changed. I just I might have added in I've got an advanced program that I need to put together because I'm now been doing it and I know what works and the results you can see really fast in the gym. And that's an hour workout. Yeah, about an hour. But you can start in probably 30 minutes with that advanced workout, or you can start slow if you've never done it before. So it's a really great program, and I'm really proud of that, putting that together. So I'll pop that in the chat. You can have a look at it. But ladies, I want to encourage you to not think that cardio isn't good for you, because it is good for you. It helps your heart. It helps your endorphins. It helps get clarity in your brain. Like in the morning, when I go for my run, it's like my thoughts are, I get the clarity, it's just like this. I don't know. It's like meditation. Okay. It's like a meditation, but I'm moving and I see, and I get all these ideas, and I've missed that. So I know how I feel when I'm out there and I'm pounding the pavement, as you want to say it, but I would get that even being on a spin bike, a road bike, and swimming is so, so good for you. Okay. So I hope you're getting to understand why this importance of the strength training is important, as well as the cardio, because the benefits will outweigh anyone telling you to not do cardio. Okay. Menopause, bone density, fat loss, osteoporosis. What else was there in there? I mean, really, happiness, strength, they all come into that same thing. And this was a topic that I heard someone else speaking on it, and I just thought I got to come on here and share that with everybody here today. Even though I didn't post that I was coming live, but you guys know, Thursday, 10 a.m. Australia time, which is, I think it's 4 p.m. PST. Let me just check my phone. So I'll tell you right now, so you guys understand what time we're at. I was right. 4 o'clock PST, 7 p.m. EST, 10 a.m. in Australia. All right. Anyway, I hope you guys got some great notes here. If you have any questions, you know where to find me, and have a great rest of your day. It's short and sweet today. Okay. Got to the point. It's always about the message. And I shared some personal stories, because those personal stories are exactly why I can back all this stuff of why it's important and why it works. And if someone is telling you, another health coach, and they're not 55, I would second guess them. Full stop. Okay. I know it. I believe it. It works. And it helps with the weight. Absolutely. And most importantly, it makes you feel really good. Great, Angela. I'm glad you enjoyed it. All right, guys. See you later. Have a great day.